SwoleBenji here. So today we're going to be doing another corrupted dungeon. This one is with the light crossbow. So here's the quick build. It's light crossbow. You have a cabbage soup because you need the regeneration. You're going to be using scholar sandals so you can run around, not be slowed by mobs and traps, and regenerate your mana, which honestly light crossbow doesn't have mana problems, but it's great for ratting. This is purely for ratting and not for actually fighting other players. Alright, on the light crossbow you're going to be using the second Q ability, which is explosive bolt. You can see it here right in the footage. You're going to be using the armor shred W, okay? That way it helps you kill bosses faster. Don't use this spell on regular mobs, only use it on the bosses, okay? If you get invaded, you're going to switch your W to the knockback shot, alright? For your armor, you're going to be using a cleric robe. Now, you can use a mage robe as well, but I find that cleric robe is just so good because it makes you immune to damage for a short amount of time. It lets you not die to a big burst from other players. Traps, like if you get rooted into a pool of lava, you can definitely be immune to that. It's very good. Alright, light crossbow clears incredibly fast. It's super easy to play, and it's really simple. Now, for your helmet, I'm using a mage cowl, alright? The reason I'm using a mage cowl is because I can activate the poison and kill bosses faster, kill mobs faster. It's basically free damage, right? But if I get invaded, I can switch to the knockback force field ability and knock players away from me, alright? Now, if you actually want to fight another player, you'll switch your Q ability to the first Q because it does way more DPS. And the combo is that you will knock them back with your helmet and then press Q, and as they're flying backwards, it's basically free damage, okay? Though I would recommend just ratting, honestly. And this build really shouldn't be used in Slayer. I have not tested it in Slayer. It might be really good in Slayer, I don't know. But essentially, this thing will let you clear corrupted dungeons in about 5 minutes if you have good pathing. I think I had okay pathing in this one, right? And that's basically the build, alright? As you can see here in the footage, I armor shred the boss. I follow it up with an E-spell while doing the poison damage. You can easily sidestep all of its attacks. And you can also, I'm just tanking this because it doesn't matter. You can also use your cleric robe as a damage booster, which I just did here. I activated it, I tanked the damage. That increases, when cleric robe's shield is on you, you do more damage than normal. So if you just want to use it to burst down bosses, great, okay? It's got a short enough cooldown that if you get invaded, it'll be back up before your opponent finds you anyway, right? And then you can, of course, regenerate your mana in between, you know, pulls. This build is just great. Now, for the passive on the weapon, I haven't told you yet, but you're going to be using the one that resets your Q's ability, okay? Now, if you are invaded, you're going to switch that passive to the auto-attack knockback passive, alright? So what that means is that when you auto-attack, I think 3 or 4 times, I forget, it's been a while since I've actually played, you're going to be auto-attacking and using your W to create space between you and your opponent, because what's going to happen when you're invaded is they're going to use their abilities to run at you as fast as possible. And if you knock them back twice, well, their run ability is on cooldown, yours won't be, and your run ability makes you immune to stuns, slows, and roots. So if you run through some traps, if you run through a fire laser, or whatever the heck they're called, the little Super Mario traps, then you won't be slowed down, but they will. Alright, it's really good, it's really cool, it's really fast. So we've already cleared enough monsters at like, what, 3-something minutes in. Well, 4 minutes about. And we're already on the boss! This build is super fast, it has 0 mana problems, it's extremely easy to play. It's also really deadly in PvP. Like, you can absolutely shred other players. It's just simple, fun, easy, and effective. It's also really cheap, okay? Now, for the offhand, you want to use a Mist Caller. Now, I have tried both Moizak and the Crypt Candle, and in Stalker and Hunter difficulty, it is a DPS loss compared to the Mist Caller. If you don't believe me, you know, write down how much damage you're doing and how long your cooldowns are and calculate the DPS that way, and try it. You can go in the test room if you want to try it and not waste any gear sets, but not only is it cheaper, it is higher DPS. There's no reason to use a Crypt Candle in Stalker and Hunter, okay? So just don't do it. Anyway, I'm SwoleBenji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Make sure you leave a comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, lads.